Here alongside our weathercaster, Pablo Alsina. If you are a sports fan, I think today's kind of like an early Christmas for you, right? Because the NBA is back tonight. You've got NFL action and you've got some MLB games going on. So this is a fun time of year.
Yeah, yesterday the baseball game was great, but go Dodgers,
Go
baby,
Dodgers.
in the World Series.
Got my Dodger blue on.
Got my Dodger blue tie on.
Love it. And we've got some Dodger blue skies, but a little bit of clouds.
Yeah, oh, blue and white, so
yeah,
it's going to look nice.
Go. Perfect. All
look
right.
at that. I mean, the clouds are back. I like clouds. I'm a cloud guy. When there's no clouds like yesterday, I feel like I'm on a movie set. It's kind of fake, so I like clouds.
It's a little boring. All right, we've got that full forecast coming up in just a bit. Thank you, Pablo. Let's go ahead and get to your top story this morning. A family in La Quinta is holding on to hope as their 14-year-old son fights for his life. He was hit by a drunk driver while riding his bike home earlier this month. Our Alondra Campos is live in studio this morning. She spoke with his parents and she joins us now with their story. Alondra?
That's right. In the face of tragedy, a family's love and a community support are keeping one young boy's spirit alive. Liam Cantu, a La Quinta High School freshman and baseball player, continues to fight for his life in the hospital as his community continues to rally him on with a special ceremony tonight in La Quinta.
It's the worst phone call of my life. I just miss him so much.
It's every parent's worst nightmare, a call that changes everything.
Liam's phone call, I was like, Liam, where are you? And then he said, hi, this is Deputy so-and-so. Your son was involved in an accident. If you could come to JFK.
On October 10th, 14-year-old Liam Cantu, a La Quinta High School student, was riding his bike home when a drunk driver hit him and another teen before driving away. Since then, Liam has been fighting for his life at Loma Linda Hospital. He underwent a major brain surgery and is now on the road to recovery.
They're lowering his pain medication so they can see where his brain waves are at right now. Our son is still there, and he's gonna come out walking. We've been seeing a lot of miracles, and we've been getting little signs that
he's still here.
Liam Cantu is part of the La Quinta High School baseball team and is known to show up for his teammates. Now they are showing up for him by organizing a words of encouragement ceremony. As the 14-year-old continues to fight for his life, his parents say they hope his story also serves as a reminder, a call for change on the roads.
If you're gonna drink, don't drive.
Stay home, drink out. Get a Uber, get a hotel nearby. It's not worth the pain that we're feeling right now.
Despite the pain, Liam's parents say they are overwhelmed by the love and support pouring in from the community, both in person and online. Their Give, Send, Go page has raised thousands of dollars to help with medical costs, and community members have delivered meals to the hospital.
It's hard to stay strong by ourselves, and we've been feeling the love from the community and from Liam's baseball teams, all of Liam's coaches, and the team moms have been reaching out to us.
Through it all, Liam's family says they are holding on to hope, believing that Liam's story is far from over.
But we're just asking for a miracle right now. We're asking everybody to come together and pray for our son.
Tonight's ceremony begins at 7 at the La Quinta High School baseball varsity field, where Liam's loved ones, teammates, and coaches will gather to share words of encouragement and hope for Liam. Live in studio, I'm Alondra Campos. Back to you.
Alondra, thank you for those updates this morning. More local news. A Temecula man is behind bars after an hours-long standoff in Indio. This was on Monday, and officials say it all stemmed from a vandalism call. That's 47-year-old Sean Allen Camba. He's being held on multiple charges this morning at the John Benoit Detention Center, including vandalism, assault with a deadly weapon, and delaying a peace officer. According to police, just before 9 a.m. on Monday, officers responded to a report of vandalism at the Riverside County District Attorney's office in Indio. Investigators say a witness then followed Camba to a second location where he continued damaging property before climbing onto the roof of the Sunline bus building. Multiple teams were involved, including SWAT officers who needed to use flashbangs, according to the Indio Police Department.
It required multiple officers at this location due to the road closures and setting up a perimeter around the building where he was located. Flashbangs were deployed, but not intended to hit the person. They were used more for a distraction while they made the approach to take him into custody.
Police say there was an active felony warrant for Camba as well. He is scheduled to make his first appearance at the Indio courthouse on Wednesday to be formally charged on those accusations. And this morning, Indio is scheduled to hold its 2025 State of the City address. It just started at 11 a.m. It runs through 1 at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. This year's theme is Progress You Can See. Plans to highlight key city achievements today, major project milestones, and outline the city's future. In focus will be Indio's 5-year plan, taking them into 2030. And later this evening, the Valley will gather to celebrate the life and legacy of local philanthropist Harold Matzner. The ceremony will take place at the McCallum Theater. It starts at 5 o'clock, and a live stream will also be accessible online from Matzner's website for those who can't attend in person. A reception will follow, giving friends, family members, and community leaders a chance to speak on Matzner's legacy here in the desert. He was most well known in the Valley as the former chairman of the Palm Springs International Film Society and has donated over $70 million to local nonprofits since the year 2000. Palm Springs City Council members will vote on raising funding for Palm Springs Pride at this Wednesday's meeting. NBC Palm Springs' Brett Rosen spoke with Council member Jeffrey Bernstein ahead of that vote.
Palm Springs Pride is just 3.5 weeks away, an event that, according to the city, brings in more than 200,000 visitors. And now, in a recent request from the Greater Palm Springs Pride, there will be a city council meeting on Wednesday for increased funding from the city through 2027, an increase that will see a number of $125,000 jump to $350,000. We at NBC Palm Springs reached out to the city, and they said in a statement in part, quote, "This item is going before council to consider updating the agreement so that it aligns with the resources necessary to produce the weekend of festivities with the goal of ensuring a safe, enjoyable, and well-organized event for everyone." Palm Springs City Council member Jeffrey Bernstein says the vote for increased funding will be for safety.
This is for in-kind services of city efforts. So public safety, our fire, our police, security, barricades, things like that.
In the same statement from the city, it points out how Mayor Rhonda Hart is recused from the vote. This would be due to his ties, as he is the CEO of Greater Palm Springs Pride. When asked about whether or not there is a power dynamic with the mayor behind the organization that's asking for the increased funding, Bernstein says because of the revenue Pride brings in, it didn't matter who was the CEO behind the organization.
I don't think it's really an issue, and I think we can have this in discussion. But the truth is that if anyone were doing this event, I think the city would be equally concerned about the safety of our residents and our visitors.
When reaching out to the city clerk about the timeline of when the request was made and when it was brought to the public, they said in part, quote, "All items on the agenda were posted and noticed to the public as usual on Thursday, October 16th at approximately 7:36 p.m., well within the 72 hours as required by state statute." End quote. Again, this vote for raised funds will be this Wednesday at Palm Springs City Hall. I'm Brett Rosen, NBC, Palm Springs.
Let's go ahead and take a live look outside now. Our Agua Caliente casino camera, downtown Palm Springs, as we check in with Pablo this morning. I know the temperatures will be a little warm today, but that cloud cover might give us a nice break.
Definitely. This morning, blue skies, but quickly the clouds came in. The temperatures will still keep going up throughout the day. But look at this, 0 chance of rain. They're just regular clouds. 0 precipitation expected. 15% humidity, so it's going to feel very crisp, very dry. Temperatures right now still going up quickly, 84 degrees in Palm Springs. We're going to see them go up to as high as 91, 92. But again, with that cloud coverage, it should feel lovely. Dew points just at 33 degrees, so that's comfortable. You're seeing 86 degrees in Hot Springs, 84 in Palm Springs. 3-day comfort air forecast. Tuesday, the hottest day, but look how quickly temperatures dropping to 84 degrees for a high on Wednesday. It's going to be lovely. I'll be back for the full forecast coming up. Back to Olivia.
Pablo, thank you. There are dozens of unsolved homicides across the Coachella Valley, and that's the focus of my special report, which airs tonight. We'll hear from victims' families and investigators of 3 unsolved murders, including the death of Edward Snyder, a Palm Desert husband and father who went out for his nightly walk and was shot to death in his own neighborhood.
My thought is like, let's go drive where I know his route, so this is where I went. I went Kentucky straight, then I see all the cops, like all the lights.
Most neighborhoods have some problems. We have some vandalism prior to all this. But is this a trend? Who's next? So yeah, it was edgy for quite a while.
Edward Snyder, and what did neighbors hear that night? We'll look into those details and two other cases tonight around 9:30. That's right after the NBA's doubleheader tip-off in this special half-hour program. Coachella Valley Cold Cases, only on NBC Palm Springs. And speaking of programming changes, we do have a quick note. Because of tonight's debut of the NBA on NBC, we have no 5 and 6 o'clock newscasts, no Rogan Report as well. It all starts at 5:30 when the Houston Rockets take on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Then the Golden State Warriors play the Los Angeles Lakers after that. So we were talking about how it's a fun day for all the sports fans out there. Now, we'll air a 5 p.m. newscast live on our social media, our Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, as well as on NBCPalmSprings.com, so you can still get all of your local headlines. And then don't forget Coachella Valley Cold Cases right after the game here on NBC Palm Springs. You can find more information on NBCPalmSprings.com. Still ahead on your midday news, President Trump has his eyes on sending the National Guard to the San Francisco Bay Area. We have the report right after the break and another live look outside this morning. Our Indian Wells Golf Resort camera giving you a wide view of all the clouds out there. Pablo Alsina has that full forecast in just a few minutes.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate, Talking with Thalia, Kai the Deal Guy, and Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea.
And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Worried about missing a broadcast? Don't worry. We stream just about everywhere from Instagram to YouTube, Twitter. Committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 11.
Welcome back. San Francisco could soon see National Guard troops on the ground. Over the weekend, President Trump made the most direct statements yet about those plans. Sergio Quintana reports.
In a 2-1 ruling, the 3-judge panel of the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals is upholding President Donald Trump's order deploying the National Guard to Portland. In their majority ruling, Circuit Judges Ryan Nelson and Bridget Bade wrote, the president's claim that the troops were needed to quell violent protests, quote, reflects a colorable assessment of the facts and law within a range of honest judgment. The Oregon Attorney General's office argued the ongoing protests there do not line up with the president's description, saying they've been very contained, very small, and largely peaceful for the past several months. In her dissenting opinion, Circuit Judge Susan Graber agreed. She writes, "We rule on facts, not on supposition or conjecture, and certainly not on fabrication of propaganda. I urge my colleagues on this court to act swiftly to vacate the majority's order before illegal deployment of troops under false pretenses can occur." This weekend, President Donald Trump repeatedly said he plans on sending the National Guard here to San Francisco and voiced his frustration at the legal efforts to try to prevent him from deploying the National Guard at all.
We're going to go into San Francisco at some point in the not-too-distant future and make that a great city again. It can only be a great city if it doesn't have crime. If it has crime, it can't be a great city.
Last week, District Attorney Brooke Jenkins warned invoking that act would be a dangerous abuse of power. In a statement today, City Attorney David Chu joined a growing chorus of local leaders in saying San Francisco is as safe as it's been in decades.
This is not an administration care about statistic or facts. They are going to say whatever it is they're going to say, but San Francisco is ready to protect its residents and everybody who visit.
California Congressman Jimmy Panetta says using the National Guard is all part of the president's political playbook.
I believe that this president is using the troops, sending them into cities for retribution, for provocation, and as a distraction.
That was Sergio Quintana reporting. Meanwhile, Vice President J.D. Vance is in Israel working to secure the fragile ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. Vance attended the opening of a civilian military cooperation center in which Israelis and Americans will work together to try to provide aid and rebuild the Gaza Strip. Alongside the special envoy, Steve Witkoff, and son-in-law Jared Kushner, Vance speaking to reporters about the peace effort as well, saying he's optimistic the peace will hold and that the White House has yet to put a deadline on Hamas to fully disarm.
What we've seen the past week gives me great optimism the ceasefire is going to hold. And if we get from where we were a week ago to a long-term, durable peace between Israel and Gaza, there are going to be hills and valleys. There are going to be moments where it looks like things aren't going particularly well. But given that, and given the history of conflict, I think that everybody should be proud of where we are today.
The vice president's trip comes after fighting broke out over the weekend, although Vance clarified he did not come to Israel because of the violations of the ceasefire. And in some consumer news this morning, Warner Brothers Discovery is putting a for sale sign in the front yard. CNN's parent company announced it has several potential buyers, including Paramount Skydance. Officials at WBD said its board of directors has begun a review of its options, which includes breaking up the company or a full-out sale. Despite that, Paramount recently made an initial move to acquire the entire organization. According to sources, the WBD board rejected that offer, reportedly because it was too low. WBD shares rose more than 7% in Tuesday's pre-market trading. And HBO Max is raising prices for all of its plans. HBO Max Basic with ads is going up $1 a month or $10 for an annual subscription. For HBO Max Standard, the price increase is $1.50 per month or $15 more per year. And there's an increase of $2 per year or per month, I should say, $20 per year for HBO Max Premium. Prices are effective immediately for new customers. Those prices will go up starting from their next billing date on or after November 20th. Current yearly subscribers won't have to pay more until their accounts are up for renewal, and they'll get 30 days advance notice. Go ahead and take a live look outside now. Sorry to bring you the bad news. Live look from our Agua Caliente casino camera, Rancho Mirage. We've got to look at that 7-day forecast right after the break. Stay with us.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate. Talking with Thalia. Kai, the Deal Guy. And Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
I am Pablo Alsina. Happy Tuesday to you. And we have clouds. Yesterday, 0 clouds. Today, the clouds coming in. Hardly any wind. As you can see, the palm trees aren't moving much. And those clouds should not have any precipitation. You will not see any rain today, but you will see temperatures going up to the mid-90s almost. We're at 92 degrees for the high, maybe as high as 94 degrees, which is hotter than usual this time of year at 89 degrees. Check out the record, though, 104 for today's date set in 2003. I don't want to see 100-degree weather. People tell me, oh, you'll get used to it. I don't think so. I can get used to 120 degrees. But check out the wind gusts. 5 miles an hour in Palm Springs, 11 miles an hour in Whitewater, around 11 miles an hour in Cabazon as well. If you're looking at the high temperatures you can see today, Palm Desert with a high of 95, Palm Springs at 92, even Big Bear City high of nearly 70 degrees. They were in the low 40s just 2 days ago. Looking at the low temperatures for tonight, it'll be beautiful, 65 degrees. In Palm Springs, Joshua Tree, they're going to see lows of 59 degrees. Looking at our 7-day comfort air forecast, Tuesday, the hottest day of the week. You see the cloud coverage. Wednesday, clear skies and 84 degrees for the high. It's going to be simply gorgeous tomorrow. Speaking of simply gorgeous, all of you in Palm Springs, I love all of you. I'm loving life in the desert. NBC Palm Springs continues.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate. Talking with Thalia. Kai, the Deal Guy. And Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea.
And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Welcome back. It's fast, it's fun, and it's flying onto courts across the country. And while it may look like tennis at first glance, it plays by a whole different set of rules. NBC Palm Springs' Mary Strong takes a swing at paddle.
It's spelled P-A-D-E-L, but however you pronounce it, this sport is turning heads and breaking a sweat. Paddle has exploded across Europe and Latin America, and now it's bouncing into the U.S., glass walls and all. To figure it out, I got on the court with tennis and paddle pro Kyrwin Evans of Win Tennis and Paddle, who made it look way too easy.
You're watching it hit the glass, then as it comes forward, you follow the ball.
Sounds simple, right? Let's just say it takes a little getting used to. After a few reps, it was game on. Paddle is a cross between racquetball and tennis. It's always played in doubles, same scoring as tennis, but on a court a third smaller. You've got a thick, lightweight paddle strapped to your wrist, and the ball has less air for longer rallies.
But when the ball goes past you, now you've got a second chance. So that is the allure to it.
Paddle was born in 1969 in Acapulco, Mexico, when Enrique Coquiera built a court in his backyard and surrounded it with walls to keep the balls out of his neighbor's yard. Now it's on track to become an Olympic sport by 2032. The Parker Palm Springs has 2 of just 3 public courts in the valley. They're offering locals and guests a taste of the global craze.
It's fully transparent, so even the corners, with other courts, other padel courts, there are often either metal or plastic elements that kind of block full court viewing, and that's not what we have here.
So how exactly do you pronounce the world's fastest growing sport?
All of the pros say padel. A lot of European countries have always said paddle. Some areas in France and some in other kind of European companies say padel.
I clearly have a lot to learn. This game is full of strategy, speed, and a whole lot of surprises, and it's a great workout. If you like tennis and pickleball, this may in fact be your new obsession. For NBC Palm Springs, I'm Mary Strong.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate. Talking with Thalia. Kai, the Deal Guy. And Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Before we go, some exciting news for the Plaza Theater's grand reopening set for December 1st. Wicked star and Broadway sensation Cynthia Erivo set to headline opening night at the Plaza. That's according to Oakview Group. Erivo will perform backed by Mark Meadows and the Palm Springs Pops Orchestra. So today, you can apply to request tickets on Ticketmaster. The window closes Monday the 27th. You'll be notified by the 30th if you get them. But man, everyone's been waiting for the Plaza Theater to reopen, and it seems like it's going to be a big, big night.
Amazing singer. I wish I could sing. I could just shave my head like her. That's all I can do. But boy, can she sing. I'd love to go to that show.
You've got that in common. You've got the bald head. So you're one step closer. All right, more news coming up after the NBA game tonight. We'll see you then.